except Relic hasn't bought his air yet.
Yeah, this is before there.
Yeah, but
So they don't play mind games.
yep, but NotAGlassCannon already got his scouts. It just depends on whether Relic get his wraiths or not. That's the difference.
All right, guys, so you're on Rage TV. You're here with your host, Ragey Poo, and we're finally back. We had some trouble. We did restart the stream, and we did also restart the game. So hopefully it'll be all fixed. And I am joined here by Nightmare and by Valor. Thank you all for joining.
Hi, guys. Valor here.
And Nightmare. And you know, actually, Relic doesn't have enough to buy his air yet. I think we went too far back.
Oh, you're quite right.
Sorry, though.
They're all about 200 down, or so.
Looks like Sasin's going in bottom right. Narrowly avoids the storm.
And actually, he's going to go Lancers now.
So we have GlassCannon who went Scouts, and you know what sucks is that, yeah, now Relic knows what top left is going, and that's not, that's not good. Oh, no.
Yeah,
you know what? I think he should have picked the same unit. Because that's kind of cheating, right?
Yeah, I agree. I think Nightmare should have told Relic that he had to pick the same mercenary. He didn't have to tell everyone what Relic picked, but he needed to private Relic and tell him to pick the same one.
Yeah, but this should be alright, though. Nothing too big.
Well, he picked a counter to the air. Like, Lancer is a pure counter to the Scouts, so...
Yeah, I think that is kind of iffy.
It's your call, Nightmare. It's just I don't know.
Which we could do anyway, so... we can't use the recover again. That'll be such a bitch.
Alright. Well, if NotAGlassCannon calls bullshit, I mean... I don't know.
That's the troubles of having Grayson in your scrims.
I know, right?
Wow, the bound. Yeah, it's quite different from before now. Grayson has taken quite a bit of lead. He's finally got some of his Marines now, so.
Scout's doing some good damage to those units, but as soon as those Lancers come around, he's just going to be in so much trouble. But that's fine. I mean, he should be able to fight top right fairly good. I mean, he'll be able to fight off against Grayson and at least against Sasin. So as long as he can avoid the Goliaths and the Lancers, I think he'll be okay. But that really sucks. So what did Relic pick?
Wraiths.
Yeah, it's the original one.
But to be fair, Wraiths also counter Scouts.
That's true. That's true.
So yeah. And Scouts are pretty good against Goliaths. You can't fight them head on, but they feel better than other air. Like if you look at it, it says Scout is a counter to Goliath.
Oh, yep. Interesting.
Yeah. But Goliath is still really good versus most air. See?
Because of the splash.
Yeah, because the Scouts, as long as the Scouts are not clumped up, he should fight the Goliath pretty well.
Man, Scouts are so fast.
Yeah, BinLadenBro has gone for, Brobama has gone for level 5 High Templar, so...
Nice force field.
Yep, that's nice. 1 is really good. If you put down 2, they just back off, but 1 is good. And there goes down the other one. That's good.
Fairly decent timing. You're right. He did go back, but it was good timing, I would say.
Quite interesting to know that Red has already gotten multi-lock on his Goliath, compared to Bluesky, who hasn't got his yet. So
interesting.
So if you think about it, that 350 minerals would be a waste unless you're actually fighting air and ground at the same time.
Right. Nice storms, actually, from the High Templar.
Yeah, it's doing really well. It's got 520 kills, which is quite a lot.
Level 5 already. Very, very good.
And it's reflecting the bounties. His bounty is fairly high.
It is. He's keeping up with Grayson. Relic's not doing too bad. In fact, looking at all the scores, it's still fairly even. I mean, Bluesky and Sasin, a little low, but other than that, everyone else is fairly fair.
Exactly. And it seems like Bluesky has his original Reapers, 2 of them, and then 2 Ravens as well. Sasin, on the other hand, still has 6 damage with 1 range upgrade.
And it looks like Relic has at least the shield upgrade ability, but not the rest of the Merc upgrades. 2 attack.
Oh, yeah, he has 2. He has 2 range upgrades. Sasin needs to back out of there. He has no mass. He needs to back right out of there. And Grayson has gone on to Marines. So he went for 3 armor on his tanklings, and now has Marine stim and 1 Marine attack. So
he's got some hit points on those too. On the tanklings. On the tanklings.
Yeah, on the tanklings. He actually has, I think he has 2 HP on that. Yeah, should be 2.
It's interesting to note that the only person he counters is Gerpums, and Glass does have air. So it's going to be, this is interesting. Now, how did the destroyers do against the Lancers? I feel like...
Lancers counter destroyers.
I see.
Hard.
Glass Cannon, you don't even need to back out. He's only got 1 attack. I don't think he even realizes. Those Marines do not do much damage at all.
Yeah, maybe he was anticipating that the Goliath from Bluesky would move down. Might have been the case. Yeah. So yeah, overall, Team 1 definitely has an advantage just because both of the bounties are so high. But with a few good engagements, anything can happen.
You know, Gerpums is doing very well. He's now in first place. Those destroyers are really scary.
Yeah, they counter the Goliath, and they counter the Zergling as well.
Ooh, nice Seeker Missile. Took out quite a few of Glass Cannon's air units right there.
Yeah. So destroyers are kind of a counter to Ling Marine, just because destroyers deal extra versus Lings. And they also deal extra versus Goliath, of course, so...
Now this is interesting. Gerpums got a Medibabe. I almost feel like maybe the Scout should get a Medibabe, not Gerpums. But I guess he's just anticipating the stims that he's going to be using with the Overcharge.
Exactly. Because because Overcharge has recently been changed, so it takes 30 life rather than 20. So it does take a toll on the
Oh, interesting.
on the destroyers, yeah.
Well, we'll see if he decides to go with Marines as well. I mean, he does have some Marines with him, so maybe we could see some Marine upgrades as well.
Yeah. But he's okay going Marines, because the High Templar is on the other side of the map. So
right.
His Marines aren't just going to be food.
Now, what's interesting is that Sasin hasn't really been able to get a good footing. I mean, yeah, he's keeping up on score, but he hasn't had like a really big surround to put him ahead. And as a Marine player, I know if you're not ahead, you're way far behind. So this could really start to show.
Yeah, he's struggling versus Team 2 because, like I said, destroyers counter Ling Marines. They kill the Lings really fast, and they do splash. So if they hit Marines, the Marines die really fast. And the Scouts obviously counter Ling Marine. And on the other side, there's a high-level Templar. So Sasin is kind of stuck for food. That's why he's kind of struggling this game, because there's no easy food from Typhicon.
Nice dodge of the storm. It looks like he accidentally hit one of his own units there.
Yeah, he's actually doing really well with the High Templar. Level 6 already. It's only been 20 minutes.
That's really high.
Yeah, this could be a 30-minute Archon. He has like 650 kills as well. So
ooh, nice storm. He didn't kill anything, but everything went in the red.
Yep, decent split as well from the Goliath.
Meanwhile, there is some back and forth going on at the top. Seeker Missile did almost kill all 3 of the Reapers, put him way down in the red.
Yeah, they're just gonna heal right up because they have natural regeneration as well as
Seeker. Ooh, Seeker hit, killed one of the scouts, but with the high armor, high HP, they did just fine. They survived. Nice force field on the ramp, keeping Grayson out.
Seems like Bluesky lost both of his Reapers. And this is an ideal moment for Sasin to hit, except that all his lings are stuck at the back. That's the problem. Oh, he's adjusted them now, but that's fine. Because right now the HD doesn't have Storm. So this would be an ideal time to hit. But Team 2 giving them a huge flank.
Nice surround.
Yeah, I mean, Sasin and Bluesky are really behind right now.
And Grayson's going all in right now.
He is. I'm not sure that's the best idea. But
he just lost all of his units.
Okay.
And bottom right just got a lot of feed. I don't think that was the correct engagement for Grayson. He lost quite a bit in that.
Seems like Sasin has picked up on the stopping power as well as the marine spawn. So that's where his last 1k also has gone into.
Cool. So we're going to just do a quick pause just to make sure that, you know, everything is going to be peachy.
There's no lag from you or anything like that on my side here.
Yeah, I'm not receiving any lag either. I'm not noticing it in game, but perhaps, you know, Bluesky and NotAGlassCannon were just having some lag. There we go. So spamming an ally chat during the pause, it gives a potential to kick you.
Yeah, you can't talk in ally. That's why Sasin got kicked, because he was talking in ally chat with Bluesky.
Oh, I thought he just left.
Oh no, he didn't. He got kicked.
Yeah. It's good to find out now too, instead of later.
Yeah, not that bad.
All right, looks like Gerpums backing out to avoid the surround from Grayson.
Yeah.
Nice dodge. And if top left is smart, they would even avoid bottom left altogether and just keep going after top right. That's pretty much their feed corner at this point.
Yeah. GlassCannon has like a 800 worth of food, so he could easily kill Grayson. I mean, 3 attack marines aren't gonna do anything to the scouts.
No.
So, and he has all the scout upgrades already.
Very nice. Those scouts are going to start getting devastating. In fact, I've never really favored high attack scouts, but rather high defense and high hit points. And maybe he can tank a little bit while Gerpums will be the main damage dealer. He does have 5 attack.
Yeah, generally that's how you're going to build air. Build it on HP. That way, if 100 Seacon missiles land on you or anything like that happens, you're not going to be just killed. Bluesky really needs to build out his mass, though. He's facing 800 food worth of scouts. He can't just have 400 food of Goliath and fight like that.
Storms go down on Bluesky. It looks like NotAGlassCannon Gerpums is going to be able to hold middle.
Yeah, they definitely have the lead right now, in my opinion. Really, really strong. I mean, Relic is doing okay, but he only has 3 attacks on his lances. He has a few upgrades, yeah. He'll be looking to get his Merc spawn next. Decent splits coming down from Brobama. But still, this Seeker missile is doing a lot of damage. Putting all of the Goliath in red.
Uh-oh. Grayson coming around to flank. Where's his partner? Where are the scouts? Oh my gosh, the scouts are nowhere to be found. Get in there.
Oh. But he did a really good pickup with his medevac. I think NotAGlassCannon might have been testing out whether his lag or whatever, because he was just patrolling around in base. So, might have been that. In fact, NotAGlassCannon can just fight the Goliath head on, just because of how much mass he has got.
You know, in fact, even throwing a Raven or 2 in with Glass Cannon and fighting the Goliath will be really helpful, as the PDD can absorb a little bit of attack. Not necessary, but he could.
Here's Grayson coming in for the kill. Oh, he's gonna get all the feed on all the Marauders. Those are just 0-0 Marauders, and they do provide very good feed. You can just look at the Tanklings chewing through the entire thing.
Oh, late save. I hate seeing late saves.
It was a hard call, though. It was kind of hardcore.
And you know what, buddy? At the very least, move your units back so that way more units push in before you use that save. I think that was a little bit of a bad save.
Yeah, it was. That was a pretty good trade for Grayson. That's for sure.
It was, and NotAGlassCannon is kind of falling behind a little bit, but Gerpums is still going strong, and you know what? Gerpums is like hardly ever on in our clan. He just kind of pops in, destroys a few, and then leaves, and he never lets his record show. Like he'll always leave right before the game, and this is funny to watch because he's doing so well.
Oh yeah, he's a solid player, that's for sure. I think NotAGlassCannon might actually be AFK. I mean, he has 800 worth of food. He can take on the Lances easy. Or the Goliath, to be honest. Or anything. Like, he could just fight anything with Corruptors and his 800 food and Former.
Nightmare, what should we do about that? Do you just let him be AFK, or do we have to see if there's a problem?
I really think, like, he could be gaining a lot of bounty right now.
He usually just goes AFK during games anyway, so... This is his usual style.
Okay, well...
If there's a problem, Gerpums could speak up and say, hey, but... You probably told him he'd be right back or something, so shouldn't be no big deal.
Well, I agree with Val. It is a big deal just in the fact that he's losing out on so much money. I mean, he could take out that entire army right there by Bluesky. There he goes.
Here we go. Yeah, he could just fight it head on and just kill it all.
Decent splits, but he needs to go over the army a little bit more, I think. There he goes. Trying to avoid the Seeker Missile.
And now he can go mid, kill Grayson, and then go to the south corner and kill all the Lances. I mean, with air, that's what you want to do. With air, if you're ahead, you're just gonna kill everything and then deny all towers. So I think that's what he should be doing. He shouldn't be playing so safe. There's no, you know. And Bluesky really needs to mass up.
Wow, he's wrecking those Goliaths. Are you seeing this, guys? They just melt.
I mean, he has 800 food. It's hard to tell when they're all clumped, because you think like, oh, maybe it's 300 food, 400 food. So it's really hard to tell if they're all clumped up together exactly how much food they have. But as observers, we have the advantage of that.
And you know, I feel like GlassCannon does need to make something happen, because as soon as that turns into a High Templar Archon...
He could go for the Lances. He should totally go for the Lances, in my opinion. Those Lances are kind of food. I mean, there's only 300, 400 food worth of Lances. So...
Seeker Missiles.
Oh, pretty good split. Pretty good split. All things considering. It's not too bad at all.
Sasin's still deciding to stay with his Marine play. He's got the stopping power. He's at 5.5 range. But the problem is really starting to show. I mean, he doesn't have 6 range. He doesn't have any attack ups.
Gerpums need to watch out for the flank. NotAGlassCannon needs to come cover mid. Prevent Grayson from flanking him. I think NotAGlassCannon is playing way too safe right now. Okay, so now Gerpums is stuck in a corner and can't move back home or anything like that.
Yeah, GlassCannon has a full supply and he keeps staying in his base.
He's playing...
Fly over his partner and protect him.
Yeah, he can just kill Grayson. I don't know why he's not doing that. Just fly right over Grayson and kill him. It's like free food. Yeah, NotAGlassCannon is playing way too safe.
So
it seems like
there's 2 battles going on right now. Bottom right, lots of force fields used. Relic trying to go in and snipe the production. He does. Meanwhile, there's some back and forth going on between Gerpums and top right. Sasin did just use his stim. He's trying to go in, deal some damage. Actually, the scouts come up, and now Bluesky trying to help with Sasin. Sasin lost a lot of army there. Meanwhile, there is still some 2 Seeker Missiles that go down on the Goliath's bottom right-hand side, and finally the action has lulled.
Team 4 has really managed to hold their own. He's really close to Archon. He is like 300 minerals from Archon. His High Templar hasn't died yet, has almost 1k kills. So that's why I think Grayson and Relic are really trying to finish them off, if possible. Simply because of, they're really scared of the Archon. And I think in the process, they might have just fed him more.
Now, what's interesting is that before in our predictions, we thought that perhaps Relic and Grayson and Bluesky and Sasin would do better. That's what I predicted. And I think you even predicted that too, Val. But we're noticing something totally different here. In fact, top left and bottom right are pretty much doing the best in the games, and top right and bottom left are turning into feed corners.
Yeah. And actually really interesting, instead of going for Archon, which he could have gone, he's opted to go for Tempo Zealots. No, actually, are they Tempo Zealots?
Really?
Yes, Tempo Zealots, yes. So if you take a look at bottom right corner, but for some reason it's not spawning Tempo Zealots. I think he might have accidentally turned it off. Yeah, I think he might have actually turned it off. It's not spawning any Tempo Zealots.
He bought all his upgrades for it, but he didn't rebuy the merc.
I mean, is this cheating or Nightmare? Do you think you should message him and say, "Hey, dude, your production," or do you think he'll notice it?
It's part of the game. You should know.
That's true.
It's not
no, he made a Zealot compound, turned the Zealots off, and
well,
then
the upgrades, and that automatically, when it queues up, it shuts off.
He forgot about it. That's for sure. Okay, so he's losing a ton of Tempo Zealots. He could be massing. He's obviously getting them in anticipation of the tanklings, so the tanklings could be tanked with some nice feedback. Nice. That was way too close to fly in. I think that was Miss Micro, obviously.
He still has not turned on his production.
Yeah, he doesn't realize it. He doesn't realize it at all. I don't know if we should PM him up, but no, it's not. It's his own problem.
That's true. That's true.
If we weren't here, he still wouldn't know, so it wouldn't be fair. It's his fault.
Oh,
Double Seeker Missile.
Grayson is definitely going around for the huge flank. So force fields right now, 1 and... Okay, hope he realizes for his own sake that he has no Tempo Zealot.
Yeah.
In the top right corner, we have a lot of engagement, but it's mainly Team 2 just pawning Team 3, more or less.
And there he goes. He realized it now. He's got him queued up.
He's got to be kicking himself for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like a minute, maybe more.
I mean, hey, at the very least, it's less food for bottom left, I suppose.
I wouldn't say so, because he needs to mass up a lot of Tempo Zealots before he can morph the Archon safely. Otherwise, Grayson will just keep attacking them, and they might just lose. So I do kind of like what he's decided to do. Get some tanks in front of those Goliaths. But once the Archon is finished, I think the game might be over.
Oh, it looks like Grayson deciding to push forward. Gerpums has not elected to use a save yet. In fact, I think he's comfortable. I don't think he's going to use a save at all.
I think he's
now.
Grayson's going to lose these.
I think the Corruptor forgot to corrupt the tanklings. If he had done that at the start of the game, start of the fight.
He did. If you look, it's on cooldown.
Oh no, he did it near the end, not at the start.
Ah.
Yeah, GlassCannon seems kind of distracted somehow, from what I feel. But he still has 800.
Ooh, Raven goes down.
Yeah, he should just fight the things head on and kill the Raven. It's an easy kill for him. The scouts are really doing really well, in fact.
Top left is on fire right now. Look at this. He's almost at 10,000.
Yeah. And NotAGlassCannon is actually doing really well. I mean, he might only have 7.3k, but he hasn't bought any elites or anything like that. I mean, he hasn't replaced any, rather. Whereas, I think Relic has bought at least two extra Ravens, or something like that.
Valor, look at how many kills the Tassadar has.
Oh yeah, I realized that. He's been doing really well. Mainly because Sasin went Marine Star, and so did Grayson. And, well, you know how it goes.
Yeah.
Sasin is going in for the kill, but he doesn't have... Oh, he does have Blink. Okay, so...
Sasin Blink! Just lost almost all of his army there. There it is, the Sasin Blink.
I mean, it's a level, yeah, it's a level 7 High Templar. I mean, in this case, you definitely need an Overseer or probably just more buffed Marines. Sasin does have a support tower, but dropping is not an option at this point. Six attack is not strong enough at all.
No, it's not. In my opinion, 10 attack is the very minimum that you would do, and that's not even for CC. That's strictly for mercenary production alone. It's just 10 attack is just not enough sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. And plus, once you drop, people will be aware. So for me, it's I either do one drop or, and I mean, I aim to deal damage in my first drop. I guess that's how I should put it.
So since he did elect to go with the blink, his Marines are going to be significantly weaker even now because he doesn't have the rapid fire. And in some cases, I've started to even not use blink anymore just because that rapid fire is so important.
Versus heroes, you have to go blink. I mean, rapid fire isn't going to cut it. Because they're just going to kill you before you have the chance to even deal the damage. So well, yeah, versus heroes like High Templar, blink is the correct choice. It's just that Sasin his Marines just aren't strong enough right now.
Well, what's going to happen, Val, is maybe against the High Templar it'll be totally fine, but as soon as it turns into an Archon, they're just not going to do the damage. But you're right, you need to use it for something like a Phoenix. Like, if you have a Phoenix harassing you, rapid fire just won't work. Even if you have an Overseer, you have to get blink, and even then, with the hardened shields, it can be tough. Okay, Savior! Oh, he connected! And that just dropped his supply right in half. Nice little save from Grayson.
Yeah, but I think he might need a Savior later on. I'm not sure. Yeah. Gerpums is definitely doing really, really well. Extremely well. Again, NotAGlassCannon seems to be AFK while massing or something like that. Yeah, Bluesky and Sasin are in the world of hurt, really, because scouts counter them, destroyers counter them, and a high level Templar really struggling in this one.
I'm just gonna find out real quick how to say his name. Gerpums.
You are right, turns out.
I thought so. I've always called him Gerpums, but I mean that is an interesting. Yeah, I mean it could be Gerpums. I mean, it could have been.
And look at that damage from the High Templar. I think he should morph Archon at 40-minute mark, and I think he will, because he does have enough Temple Zealots to buffer, as long as he builds an anti-unit tower, which he already has. So that'll be fine.
Yeah, I think he's anticipating that, people could all in, and so maybe he's a little reluctant, but yeah, he is at 460, so we'll just keep watch and see if he goes up to 1,000.
I think it's perfectly fine, because they have 2 anti-unit towers, and then anti-unit towers also have Storm. So the Storm from the anti-unit tower is high-leveled, because it levels with your High Templar.
And look at this, Grayson's got a huge mass going.
Yeah, but it's not really that strong.
It's not that strong.
Especially in the choke. So it's actually better for Gerpums to fight him here rather than in his base. Because once they're in his base, then, yeah.
He's getting so much money from this. Look at this, he's at 12,000.
Yeah, that was...
Now, he does have 8 attack. He has the stopping power. He doesn't have the hit point upgrades yet, which he needs. In fact, both of them need that. It does add more attack speed to your stim. Thank you, Val, for pointing that out.
No worries.
So there is a possibility of a drop, perhaps later. We'll see if he decides to drop, maybe do like a Desperation CC drop or anything like that. Looks like GlassCannon anticipating it. He is switching to a planetary. Nobody else is, though, at least from what I can see on the field.
Yeah, he's doing that in anticipation of Grayson, of Sasin. Grayson doesn't even have a tower. I mean, that's one of the things that you have to constantly do is to scan and check what kind of towers people have. so you know whether they are capable of dropping you or not. Well, at least that's what I do.
What? Okay. What? Okay, Commando coming out. This is, I assume, this is an anticipation for the Tassadar for later.
Yeah, I think it's a good choice. It's level 3 already.
I tend to disagree, and here's why. I feel like the Phoenix has become very strong, and compared to the Mando, I think the Phoenix would be better with his hybrid destroyers, maybe investing in the hybrid destroyer attack and just using the graviton beam to lift off.
Oh yeah, that definitely works as well. The only difference here is that they have Brobama has Goliath, so an Overseer stun can go down on the Phoenix, and then the Goliath has amazing anti-air power. So that's the thing to consider here, because Nyx would be susceptible to a Goliath, whereas Mando wouldn't. And you don't necessarily have to kill the High Templar, you could just EMP it. But we do have a Phoenix coming out from ImNotGrayson, so there we go.
Well, against the High Templar, sure, but what is he going to do once it turns into an Archon? I mean, the Mando certainly isn't going to have enough power.
If you can EMP it, then... Okay, see? Here we go. That's what happens to the Nyx. That's exactly why I personally think Mando is better in this case. Because Red has Goliath. And a Overseer. Mando won't die to Goliath and Overseer like a Nyx would. And you don't have to kill the Archon. All you gotta do is EMP it. And you don't even need a Spectre. You just need a next level Mando. Just keep EMPing the Archon. Because Archon energy regeneration got nerfed by like 33% recently. Went down to 4 per second from 6 per second.
From 6,
so,
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a 33% nerf right there. So that is pretty significant. That means that Archon can't really spam Storm anymore like it used to be able to. Oh, see, there we go. There was an EMP going down on the High Templar, and now it can't really do anything.
Well, the regen nerf was just from its natural regen, not the regen that it gets from killing units.
No, not from that.
So as long as it does connect with units, it could technically spam as long as it gets the kills.
Yeah, but it's pretty easy to EMP an Archon just with a high max level Templar, because the EMP range is really, really far. In fact, the EMP range is as far as an Overseer stun.
Looks like the Tankling's going after the Fleet Beacon. It is getting kind of low. It's at 15.
And Gerpums not really realizing it at all. But yeah, GlassCannon really needs an anti-unit tower right now. So
not just that, but possibly even base defenses. Base defenses are so good, especially against drops. I mean, I can't tell you how many Marines you'll lose within like the first 2 seconds just from having those simple base defenses. The splash is enormous.
Yeah, from the cannons.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like BinLadenBro has decided that a level 7 High Templar is enough. He's working on his Temple Zealots. You can see they already have 3 armor and 3 attacks. And he actually already has the Merc spawn upgrade for his Temple Zealots. So he's just working on Temple Zealots right now. And nothing else.
Interesting. Let's take a look at the units tab and see what level that Mando is. It looks like it is level 6. Now the Mando is starting to be a little bit scary. And it's 6 is the max? I thought it was 7.
Oh no, for Mando it's only 6.
Oh.
That way it's easier to morph a Spectre than it is to morph an Ultimate. It allows you to sort of catch up from behind.
Gotcha.
That was the intention of making a max 6. Oh, the High Templar going down. Is there going to be a transfuse? Oh, wow. That was close. Okay, there we go. There goes the transfuse. But luckily for him, yeah, because, man, Relic just lost a whole lot of mass for trying to go after that hit stuff.
Now, I will say, to your defense, the EMP is not just going to be good against the Archon. It's going to be pretty darn good against those temples, too.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, a Mando snipe range and EMP range. Oh, there we go. Grayson is going for the...
Ooh, save.
Very good savior, though. Very good savior. in my opinion. But now they are out of Savior. No, they're not. Yep. Gerpums still has it.
Nice save. Good decision making, and he's going to be able to keep the Flea Beacon. Well worth it.
Really, yeah, good integration. But there we go. There goes it goes a support tower. I thought he was going to morph an anti-unit tower, but I guess he wants a support to heal it up.
So what Grayson should do right now is drop, but he doesn't have the tower. He's got to get it.
If Sasin knew, he would drop, but nope, he doesn't know. If it were me, I would actually get an anti-unit tower, not a support one. And then I would get an Overseer to heal the tower. Oh, there we go. He's going for it again. And this time, I think it's going to fall. It should fall this time. Yep. It's going to fall.
Nice pickup for Grayson, but he's still so far behind at 8,878.
I mean, that's exactly why I didn't want him to morph the support tower. Now the support tower is completely useless, or more or less. An anti-unit tower would be much better. With Overseer to heal it up, and Overseer can also assist with the Archon later on.
Ooh, nice split from Gerpums. He just pretty much avoided 2 secret missiles. That was nice.
Yeah.
I don't know if you caught that, Val.
Yeah, no, I didn't catch that. But to be honest, his army is too healthy to die to secret missiles, especially since that Bluesky only has 6 attacks, and those hybrid destroyers have like.
It's like 410 hit points. They're pretty darn beefy.
With shield, it's almost 600, so it's not gonna die to secret missiles anytime soon.
Yep, 570 total combined if you combine the shields. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. And in fact, the Commando can snipe any Overseers later on. The Commando snipe range is exactly the same as an Overseer's Sun range, so it's kind of like rock paper scissors. Depends on who gets who first.
Now, I've always thought that Overseer had supreme range over any hero, so I'm surprised that it's equal.
Yeah, not EMP, not Max Commando EMP and Max Commando Snipe. Those things are equivalent to Overseer Contaminate range. So he has like 4 attack on his Mando, and so his Snipe is dealing what? 625 damage according to the tooltip. So if he had a few more attacks, then he could one snipe the Overseer. So that would be really, really good. And he should be able to one snipe Ravens right now. So he shouldn't bother EMP, he just sniped them. So instant kill.
Huh, they must have changed the Mando, because if you read the tooltip about how the snipe works versus heroes, it kind of seems measly almost. The damage doesn't seem very much higher for heroes.
Why is that?
Well, like you've seen it before, doesn't it do? Oh no, I'm thinking Spectre. The Spectre's lash does like 4 or 5 times. Yeah,
no, because it still does a lot to hero. I mean, 625 and 225 on top of that. If you hover over the tooltip.
And Bluesky, really sorry, but we don't have any lag.
Oh, he's killing his own CC. Okay. I think,
Why?
I don't know. It might be his own problem. So that's because he lost both his Ravens, so he's just suiciding. Yeah. He's lost at this point here, though. Sometimes there could be a little bit of a lag after replay from function, but that was really Grayson's fault, to be fair. Oh, there we go. One snipe and the High Templar is almost dead. If he had EMP before that snipe, the High Templar would have died.
So he did EMP the temples. Now, temples counter destroyers, do they not?
Not really. No. Tag-wise, they're neutral to each other, but destroyers actually counter temples because of the splash. It drains the shield really fast. If you think about Goliath, they don't have any splash, so they're not as good versus tempo as destroyers are. Because destroyers have a lot of splash and then removes a lot of the shield at once. If you can see where I'm coming from. And Grayson is going for an all-in, it seems like.
That nice force field, though. Blinks in. He avoids the storm.
The storm's just going to tear them apart. Not even close. Oh, and the Mando is actually going in. You see that?
There it is, but it's not hitting.
And who did a drop? NotAGlassCannon did a drop. Well, that's pretty strange. Hang on a second. Okay, I think he might be trolling because he doesn't even have any marine upgrades, and he just dropped 2 pods from his marine. Oh, actually, he does. He does have a few marine upgrades. But yeah. So you can see.
Nice, he picked it off.
Oh, okay. So I think Bluesky is having some connection problems. Wow, he killed the Archon? Wow. Okay. That was easy. That was free 1k right there. Okay. So this is definitely coming down to between bottom right corner and top left corner. This game, the winner of this game, that is.
Alright, it looks like top right is just going to kill off their CCs. They don't believe that they can win it.
This is actually going to be... Yeah, this is going to be advantageous to Gerpums because they can kill all that food now. If the Archon was finished, then the Archon could get all those food. But since the Archon is not finished, the one getting all that food is going to be Team 2. And that is a lot of food. Okay, Brobama used a Savior. On what?
Oh no, that must have been a misclick.
I think so too. What the hell? There was nothing around. Okay. That's really weird. So yeah, Gerpums or whatever is hella rich there from all that heat.
Yeah, that Archon snipe just threw him over the edge.
But it's okay. He needs to put some more units behind his Archon though. But yeah, there's not gonna be a whole lot of drops right now. So, but yeah, he does need to put all his units behind his Archon just to be safe.
All right, Nightmare, thanks for announcing that.
No problem.
So it seems like he's not going to go for a Spectre. He is just going to go for, well, he might. He has 1k. He might go for a Spectre. But his Mando is really, really thick. It has like 6 attacks. So just between E and P, he can make the Archon useless. But he decides to play it safe anyway and go for Spectre. I hope he gets an Overseer in combination. Otherwise, the Archon could feed back the Spectre before that lands.
That's a good point, Val. That's a very good point.
Also, Team 4 has a certain time window before the Spectre comes out because the Archon was morphed around, I don't know, around 30 seconds to a minute before the Spectre was. So they could use that time to feed on Team 1. Team 1 still don't have any anti-hero tower or any anti-unit tower. And Grayson has used his Savior already, but Relic hasn't. So yeah.
And in fact, even just to anticipate it, it looks like Relic and Grayson are pushing as far back as they possibly can. But they don't want to leave the fight quite yet. We'll see if he decides to base up.
There's 1 armor on Brobama's buildings. So I think that's the right choice. Because if you think about it, the anti-tower with a very strong storm is the one on the right-hand side. So that means Grayson is most likely going to go for the left side. So getting 1 armor against Grayson's Marines is pretty much going to nullify all the damage. Because he only has 8 damage on it, which is not a whole lot. And the Archon is done. The Spectre is 20 seconds away from being finished. So, yeah. So it all depends on whether Brobama can stun the Spectre. If he can stun the Spectre with the Overseer, then, then the Archon is going to kill it. Or at least feedback it.
A lot of scans going down just to try to find out where that Archon is.
Definitely. In this case, Team 4 has the upper hand because they have anti-unit tower, which is like infinite scans. The support towers from top left corner aren't going to have infinite scans. So in a situation like this, it's worth getting anti-unit tower just for the scan. Because it's so important in an Archon versus Spectre fight. The Overseer used all its energy, so it can't contaminate for a while. So
Looks like a couple of changelings were killed.
yeah, they need to take their tower, so they have some vision of some sort. Yeah, he's really scared of the Spectre right now. Maybe a little bit even too scared. He's really scared of the Spectre. EMP goes down on the Temple of Zealots, instantly killing them all.
So Storm did go down on the scouts. It missed.
Didn't do anything much.
Might even see a mind control.
The Lash is going down.
Oh, he didn't have vision.
He lost the vision. Okay,
Not a glass cannon dropping.
He dropped one part. I think it's just a distraction drop, I think. Yep. A little bit of distraction, so a lot of the Temple Zealots got caught out and forgot to turn back. It's actually really hard to click on the Spectre when there are destroyers all around it and also air unit. I mean, just look at how tiny that Spectre is. It's actually really, really hard to click on it, even with an Overseer stun. And that's why I think Red might have been struggling to do that. Because units-wise, Team 4 has the upper hand. Overseer plus Archon pretty much defeats everything. So, yeah.
And surprised there hasn't been a mind control yet. That is one way that you can kind of tackle the Spectre, is to throw down a scan, use a mind control, and if you can get a successful run around the Spectre, sometimes the units will kill it for you.
Yep, indeed. That is indeed the case. Oh, he is going for the... Okay, the Archon is going to die, in my opinion. Yeah. Okay, hesitation. Hesitation. Yes, it's dead. There we go.
It's dead.
Yeah. So this was just an execution problem, because Team 4 had the correct units to beat it, but I think they are just a bit scared of the Spectre. Maybe they're not used to using Overseer stun with feedback, but if they had done it right, that would be instant kill. Well, not an instant kill, but at least once the Spectre is out of energy, you just keep storming, and then Gerpums can't really turn back because you can force field the ramp, so you can't move back up and then just rape it with storm. Also to note, mind control's energy got nerfed, I guess, up to 200 energy. So I think that's why he might have not been using that.
It is a little bit risky. In fact, considering that there is a Spectre on the field, a small but sometimes wise investment is to just get a Medibabe. If you see the Lash going down, sometimes a quick pickup will stop the Lash and you can just drop it right back down.
Yeah. He's buying the Archon. He's buying the High Templar back rather than the Archon. So, I guess he's saying, well, since the Spectre is going to kill me anyways, I might as well just use a High Templar. But yeah, I really think they could have won this if they'd done it properly. But Gerpums is way ahead now. I mean, he's like 23k. So, he has like... Okay, so he has... Yeah, his Marines is quite tech. His Marines is actually quite tech. He just decided not to activate them because he has a lot of food anyways, so no point.
Oh wow, I didn't realize that the Spectre could walk through force fields.
Yeah, it's all ultimates can. Okay, there we go. Yeah, High Templar died.
Nice Lash.
Yeah, the High Templar is actually not enough in this case. I mean, look at how much HP the destroyers have. They have like over 700. Oh, sorry, over 600. Yeah, almost 700. So the High Templar wouldn't be able to kill the destroyers. You need an Archon, and even with an Archon, you still need to land 2 storms to kill the destroyers. So you still need a lot of attack ups for your hero damage. So yeah, that'll require two storms from the Archon to kill them. So this should pretty much be Gerpums' game, even though he's choosing to fight in open field, which might not be the best choice.
Now, what Gerpums is doing with Glass Cannon is a little risky because sometimes the SD, anything could happen. So let's say top left just lost their entire army.
Yeah, I see what you mean. People can own them.
Mm-hmm.
And they should right now they should change both their towers to anti-unit because support tower is pretty much useless. So yeah, you should just buy a new tower and then upgrade it to anti-unit tower. You don't have to kill your old tower. Buying a new tower will automatically destroy it. Some people kill their tower, but you don't have to do that. NotAGlassCannon might lose his Corruptor, but nope. So that's Relic trying to take the South Tower in anticipation of HD. Sorry, SD. HD. Yeah.
And SD, here we go.
Yeah, so I think Team 1 pretty much has it. They need to remember to leave a unit there.
You mean Team 2?
Yeah, Team 2, sorry. Because sometimes people just forget, oh there we go, he left a unit there. Like sometimes people go and engage and then they forgot about leaving a unit there. But that makes a whole lot of difference. Is he making the Archon? No, he's still making a High Templar. So... yeah, making a High Templar is not the best choice in this case here.
Remember, if you happen to be typing, please go ahead and mute the microphone.
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
Thank you. Otherwise, the audience is going to hear ba-doop, doop, 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 doop.
Might as well, right? Okay, so it seems like he cancelled the High Templar. So he's deciding to save up to 500 and get the Archon instead, which I concur and is a correct choice. But it's going to be very hard getting that 500.
It is, and considering what happened last time, I think Mind Control might be, a good choice. It is costly. It's high energy, but he's got to do something about the Spectre and possibly even implementing a Medibabe.
Oh wow, Red actually lost his Overseer. If Red had the Overseer, then it's not even a problem. Like I said, it's a matter of execution. Because unit-wise, they did have the upper hand. Archon plus Overseer definitely stomps the Spectre. No issue there. And not to mention that it's Brobama controlling the Overseer. So it's not like he has to control the Archon and the Overseer.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But personally, for me, if I had the Archon, I control the Overseer myself. So it's easier to time. But either way works. Then he goes down an EMP on the anti-unit tower to prevent it. Very fast reaction from BinLaden. He immediately used consumption on one of the temple zealots and gained some energy back on that anti-unit tower. But not quite enough.
Nice nuke!
It's not going to hit anything back.
It's not, but it's forcing all those units out.
Yeah, it is.
And he lost about 100 supply there. That's a lot of temples, though. Oh my gosh, Gerpums could get overwhelmed.
Yeah, exactly.
Gerpums, get your Spectre out of there! Oh my gosh.
Grayson is coming around, but luckily they see that. If Grayson had gone
top left, yep.
Way, then that could have been... because exactly what I mean. Like, GlassCannon still has a support tower. Gerpums has smart and changed from a support to an
nice force
tower.
Fields. And Relic fighting two at once. That's not going to be good.
He should leave a gap and storm the Marines.
So Grayson just lost all the Marines. His tanklings are trying to come in to deal some damage, but they're not going to be able to.
Yeah. They're not going to win versus Temples plus Goliath. Not a chance.
Not a chance.
Yeah. One of the tips for viewers is that, so you can see that BinLaden is using consumption on his Temple Zealots to gain the energy back. He doesn't gain all of the energy back because he doesn't have that much HP on his Temple Zealots. The best way is to drop down a turret from your CC and use consumption on that turret. That will always guarantee you get all of the energy back on your AU tower.
Nice tip, Val.
But I think he's reluctant to do that because he's buying the Archon back. But it's not gonna be in time. It's not gonna be in time at all. Unless Grayson hits Team 2 right now.
And there we go. Both base defenses are down, and now bottom right is in panic mode. He's being attacked by both bottom left and top right. And since bottom left has elected to attack bottom right instead of top left, that pretty much ensures that Gerpums and NotAGlassCannon are going to move on to the semifinals.
Oh, it's not the semifinals yet. It's only round 1. So they'll move into the winner's bracket for round 2. Same with Grayson and Relic.
Yeah, just the winner's bracket.
Oh, so there is a round 2. Is that starting tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow will be the winners and losers.
Oh, didn't even realize that we were having a round 2.
Yeah, to be fair, first and second doesn't really matter because both of them will move into the winners brackets, while third and fourth will move into the losers. So yeah, if you know what I mean.
Now, Nightmare, are you determining it by who leaves first, or are you doing it by points?
It'll be by your CC dead for this round.
So Grayson and Relic will move on to the winners round 2.
Yeah.
I see.
And it looks like Grayson and Relic will be against Ice and Artie next round.
Oh, so are you declaring Grayson and Relic to be the second place in this game? I thought you were going to go by cumulative bounty.
Well, yeah, but their bounty is about to be higher.
Yeah. It's close, but yes, it will end up to be higher. You're right. It's actually really close.
My butthole.
That's disgusting.
So well played from Gerpums and NotAGlassCannon.
Yeah, they were the underdogs coming into this game, and they took it, so good job to them, well played.
Yeah, they basically got ahead with the Reapers at the start, and good positioning.
Yep.
Well played.
Cool, so you have it. Your winners are going to be Gerpums and NotAGlassCannon. They're going to be going to the winners game against Ice and Artie. And also congrats to ImNotGrayson and Relic. They'll also be advancing to the winners game against Archon Lord and Adolf Caesar. So cool. We're going to have a game 3 coming up pretty soon at 4 o'clock. So stay tuned, guys.
That's right. Thank you all for joining us on Rage TV. I'm Ragey Poo.
And I'm better.
Oh.
It's fine. It's fine. And guys, we just wanted to say thanks for tuning in. All right, join us shortly for it's going to be bracket 3 coming up.